Well, this is quite a moment, obviously, and for all of us standing here, the 60 of us who comprise the Democratic caucus, all can take great pride in this moment. But I'm confident I speak for all of us, and more importantly, for millions of Americans who have to recognize that every group of individuals has to have a leader. And we've been blessed indeed to have a leader in the name of Harry Reid, the Majority Leader. And we thank you, Leader, for your patience through all of this. I want to congratulate Max Baucus, my colleague with whom I've served for 35 years in Congress, Tom Harkin, with whom I've served as well for those same number of years, having arrived together on the very same day in January of 1975 for their work. I want to thank Barbara Mikulski and Patty Murray and Jeff Bingaman, along with Tom Harkin, who followed Ted Kennedy's lead and advice, and by forming some breakout groups that allowed us to develop the bill we did in the Health Committee, and the rest of the members of that committee. To congratulate Max's committee as well, and all the members who worked with him over those many, many months to produce this bill. And our staffs as well. I can't list, last evening I did, the members of my staff, Senator Kennedy's staff. I also want to thank Mike Enzie's staff. While we didn't end up voting for the bill, they contributed to the bill, and it's important they be remembered at a moment like this as well. This is an historic moment. The last time the Senate of the United States met on Christmas Eve was 1963, only weeks after President Kennedy's assassination, and they met to debate the Vietnam War. This is the second occasion when the Senate has met for as long a period of time as we have, 24 days. You have to go back to 1917, when the Senate met for 29 days. We now rank second in longevity for a period of time for the Senate to consider something as important as this bill that's before us. So there are moments in our nation's history where we who do serve in this body are reminded just what an honor it is to stand in this arena. Tomorrow, the Senate will once again meet on Christmas Eve to pass historic legislation that will finally make decent health care a right for every American citizen. The road to this moment has been long and difficult, as we all know. Progress always is. From the moment many Christmases ago when George Washington led a small band of troops across the Delaware River in a hailstorm, those who have attempted to make our union more perfect have always faced overwhelming odds. We, too, have been tested over these past weeks and months as we've pushed towards the passage of this legislation, and the final bill reflects the necessity of compromise. But we happy few in many ways, who have the privilege to cast our votes for health care reform tomorrow morning will never cast a more important vote in our careers. History will judge harshly those who have chosen the simple path of obstruction over the hard work of making change. It always does. But for those of us who have fought long and hard, in the memory of Ted Kennedy, who began this charge so many, many years ago, to build this legislation from a blank sheet of paper, made compromises when necessary, and stood firm in the face of long odds, we will always remember this day.